Good morning, everyone. Kensurfs here, and another shave video. Well, I've had the ATT S2 out for a few days now, waiting to go. And this is the, if you're not familiar with above the tie, I don't know if you can see this on the bottom here. This is made in 2015, and it is the S2, and it is an open comb slant razor. See that? And it's very, very, very finely machined. Really, really nice razor. And I'm going to be using this today. Got a little time on my hands. Family's out shopping. So I'm going to do a cool assembly line shave today with a couple of new products. That razor I've used before. But I'm going to be using the Victory Shaving Company's Bombardier Soap. It's kind of a citrus and sage smell. Don't know if you can see that. I haven't used this one before. I've been meaning to, but I've been out mowing the lawn, and I have a lime tree out there, and I have an orange tree out there. And I don't pick the fruit so often, so a lot of it falls onto the grass. So I'm mowing this lawn, and beep, beep, all of this citrus juice is spraying all over me. So I was going, man, maybe I need to do a citrus shave today. So I'm going to be using that. And some of you guys had asked what I thought of the Nivea Aftershave Balm. And you know, this I can find in the local drugstores. And when I go there looking just to see if they have any double-edged blades or anything in there, I always stare at this. And I said, I don't know what it's going to be like, but a lot of you guys say it's not bad. So I can't really detect a strong smell there. But again, my nose is full of citrus spray from the backyard, but I'll be using that today. And I'm going to be using some Humphrey's Witch Hazel. You guys have been talking about that a lot in some of the comments. And someone asked, hey, I don't see your hair slicked back lately, Ken. And I usually only do it when I'm going out, but I got the Suavecito in there. Just took a shower to wash off most of that citrus and grass that was all over me. So I've got that out of there. So I'll be using that today. And the Gentleman John's alum block, like I said, it's an assembly line. And I'm going to mix up that soap in the Captain's Choice mug. Now, you've been asking, and I've been putting it off because it's a shaving channel primarily, but people have been asking about these tattoos. And they said, could you ever give us a brief history? And I know some of you don't care about this anymore, so get ready. Just fast forward right through this, because it's going to take a few minutes to just explain what happened to the history. Somebody asked, what's the history of your tattoos? And I know a lot of you don't like tattoos, so again, fast forward. But let me cut in case I have to do a little edit, and then it gives me a clean spot to start. There we go. Well, I have a friend, if you look on Facebook, my friend Jim, great best friend from high school, man. Class of 1979. Marina High School, still wear the ring. I didn't care too much for my university I went to, but never got a university ring. But I really had fun in high school. So one of my best friends from high school, he had been getting tattoos since he was 18. And I used to go with this guy, you know, hang out, and we'd go drinking, and he'd go get tattoos, and I'd be in there watching him get tattoos and tattoos and tattoos. Finally, you watch it so often, you think, and I'm watching him get it. I mean, you're right there watching that needle work. And I go, man, I might try one. So my very first tattoo was this part of the tribal, right here, about 2 inches. Just this little part, a tribal band. And I think it cost 50 bucks, and I had it done. And it's like an addiction. Suddenly, you need to get more. So I was born in 1962, and Chinese astrology or horoscope, that's the year of the tiger. So I ended up getting a tiger. And it was just the tiger, plain tiger. And then my wife says, that's weak. So over the next several years, you know, the rocks, the waterfall, water running, the sky, it kind of built up. Well, another favorite Chinese zodiac symbol, that I like is the dragon. So this is a mythical Chinese dragon. And what happened is I just got the dragon, and again, when you just have the dragon, you've got all this skin around it. I mean, it took a few years, but I had it all filled in. And I've had the same tattoo artist do all of my tattoos, Mr. Paul Black. He's in Southern California, and he's done all my tattoos. Well, then they have, in a mall near us, they have a tattoo art store where there's paintings and prints. And there's an artist out there called Tyson McAdoo. And he has these like really hot looking girl tattoo art that he sells. So I really liked this girl here. And here's a picture of what the actual print looks like. So I got that tattoo. Then later, same artist, Tyson McAdoo. Here is a picture of another one that I saw. Isn't that cool? So I got this one. Except I made her a blonde. The other one was a brunette, so I made her a blonde. I put my wife's initials on the guitar. Pissed her off to no end. Did not want to be part of that. And then finally, about 2 or 3 years ago, my nephew, my brother's son, they said, "Hey, Uncle Ken, you're from England. Why don't you get the England crest on your shoulder and then get the American crest on your other shoulder, and I'll do the same." So man, I went down there, got my tattoo, and then he changed his mind. Now, the problem with my English crest tattoo is I go in periodically to the skin doctor, and he's checking out the tattoo, and he says, "Hey, under the ink, I feel something suspicious." And they tested it, and it was some kind of pre-cancer stuff. So they cut a nice sliver out of my perfect England tattoo. So now it looks a little messed up. I have to go back and get that fixed. But they cut out 100% of the messed up skin. So clean and clear. I just go every 6 months to the dermatologist, get it checked out. So that's the tattoo history. Now I've satisfied the questions, and the questions were coming periodically, and I apologize for not getting to it. So now, give me a sec, and I'm going to get this assembly line set up. And William, you're going to be very happy, because this shave is probably going to go over 20 minutes. I'm betting 30 minutes on this, but we'll see. Right, so much stuff here, and what happened is this camera is mounted to a suction cup. And then below you've probably seen the tour of my shaved in, below the mirror here I have a nice glass shelf, and I have all my vintage razors. I have some blades spread out. I have a couple of brush stands, you know, these things. I have all these sitting there. And that phone popped out of the holder, hit that shelf, and it was like that scene from Caddyshack at the end when Rodney Dangerfield's clubs all pop up into the air. So boom, they all flew in the air and they landed all over here. So what a mess. All right, I'm going to be using the Semogue Badger brush, the what is it, Semogue Owners Club Badger brush today instead of the boar brush. So I've had that soaking. I've got the inside the bowl, I've got some of that that Victory Shaving Company's soap. Let me dump some of this out of there. My relative went back to San Antonio, and he's my chemist. And I told him I think he was pulling my leg, apothecary. That's how I said it. That's what the dictionary.com says it. So I don't know if he was pulling my leg just to get me to say something different. But I told him it's not apothecary or whatever the way that he pronounced that in my last video, that he told me that's the way it is. All right. It's coming along quite nice. I usually fast forward through all this stuff as the soap's building to get to the shave. All right. Let me wet my face. was looking at badger brushes again online, and in some of those chats. I was in the chat room with Cap the other day, and a lot of you were there. Live shave, live chat. Great brush he was using. Brush maker. Jasper. I'm interested in one. I've got to see. He said he was going to email me, but I haven't heard from him yet. I want to see what type of brushes he's got. That one Cap used was awesome. Olive wood, huge, huge wooden handle. Huge wooden handle. And it looked like it gave a good shave. Okay. Now I'm probably going to call this AT&T, and I don't mean to. I know that's a telephone company. This is ATT, above the tie. But I sometimes say AT&T. And I know it gets some of you guys excited. Tell me how to really say it. Superior razor. I have one issue with it. It's a minor issue. Tell me if you guys are having the same issue, if you have the ATT. On the handle in the knurling, every once in a while, you can see it gets those spots, those like rust spots. And what I've done to get rid of it is I've got a wire wheel attached. See it? See the spots? Like freckles. And I use the wire wheel on my bench, and it knocks that down right away. And I know I only have to probably put some mineral oil on it. The razor is absolutely superior. But the handle just gets a little bit of rust or corrosion or whatever it is. It's stainless, shouldn't rust. But do you guys have that problem too? But it works really well. You know, those open combs, I used Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements double open comb razor. And that's like alligator fangs. I mean, it gives you a really close shave. But man, it rakes your skin pretty good. But sold out all the time. Very, very, very popular razor. And I did a review on it. This one's much nicer. And as you know, those open combs get to the skin, put the blade on the skin a lot more, so you get a lot more, a closer shave with it. So I was saying, my relative left. We've been going to dinner like every night. I think I told you I got down to 206 pounds. Man, I haven't been 206 pounds in 25 years. Size 34 waist again. Doing real good. And you're going out to dinner to these beer restaurants or breweries. And I had to give up drinking, so it's tempting to be in there and watching everybody having a beer. I get to have a Diet Coke. But doctor's orders. But he left. It was good seeing him. But I'm going out to dinner one more time tonight with my wife and another couple, so I gotta watch what I eat. Yeah, the live chat was really nice. Now I'm gonna do a third pass. I probably shouldn't on this open comb, but I don't need it. It is absolutely smooth. But my wife notices the difference too. With more water in in there. My wife notices the difference and she likes it, so. It just means I don't have to shave as often if I do a 3-pass as I do with a 2, because the whiskers come back a little thicker, a little quicker. I get dark brown whiskers and white whiskers, you know, and then on my hair, right here, white, everything else dark brown. So it's like, ah. Let it go too long, I start to look like Santa Claus. Salt and pepper Santa Claus. Do not like doing that under my nose with an open comb. See, I'm not pushing too hard. Hear it? It's raking me good. But extremely smooth. Cold water. One of you guys noticed I was heading out to dinner with a shaving cream behind my ear. I found that out at dinner. All right, some Gentleman John's alum block. It'll close those pores up. See, there's the soap. Cold water. No sting. There's a little sting. Some of you leave it on. Some of you rinse it off. But I'm going to try some witch hazel today, so I'm going to actually rinse this off first. Oh, you can feel it's tightened up the pores. It's tightened up the skin good. I'm going to tap it dry. And if I wasn't talking, the shave would have been done already. Some Humphrey's Witch Hazel. That's a cool looking picture, huh? Cool looking picture. Sure does smell good. Very good. All right. See, not one cut. Smooth all directions. Nivea. Like I said, the only one that I've actually seen, you guys have talked about, that I can actually get it right there in a store near me. No burn whatsoever, but it cooled everything down. All right. Very cool. All right. Well, have a great 4th of July. It's coming up. 2 more days. Hoping to get a shave out on the 4th of July. And I probably will, because if I have times like this where nobody's bugging me, just my dog sitting outside that door. I almost forgot. The blade I used today was the Gillette Wilkinson sword from the Saloon pack. And someone, I think it was Cap, asked how that S2 is going to work with this blade. And as you saw, it worked really, really well. And I really like those Gillette Wilkinson swords. They work super good. They're a very mild blade. No complaints, gents. If you haven't tried them yet, they're really, really reasonable. You can get them on eBay, you can get them online. Really, really reasonable. Give them a shot. Have a great night, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.